1 year ago, an Argentinian cardinal stepped out on that balcony and introduced himself to the world as Pope Francis. He named himself after the most humble of all saints, Saint Francis of Assisi. And in this year, Cardinal Jorge Bergoglio has shown himself to be a humble man, close to the people and averse to worldly wealth. An open man who listens to and is respectful of another man's opinion. But how open is he to other religions?
I'm not saying that with every new pope you have to question everything, but you have to verify where we are in the relationship.
The relationship between the Catholic Church and the Roman Jewish community has always been problematic. Over the centuries, Jews have been persecuted and discriminated against by the Vatican. Until 1870, they were closed in a ghetto, and in 1943, Pope Pius XII looked the other way when thousands of Jews were deported from his city. But things have changed.
There's a relationship of respect, of friendship. Before there was real contempt. Now there is friendship. The importance of one another is respected, and there is a relationship of brotherhood.
That sense of brotherhood was confirmed with a historical papal visit in 1986. On April 13th of that year, John Paul II was the first pope to ever set foot in the Roman synagogue. To confirm the good intentions, in the spring of 2010, Pope Benedict XVI also visited the synagogue, and there's rumor Pope Francis will soon follow. Rabbi de Segni discussed it with the Holy Father at their first official encounter in October last year.
I was struck by his friendliness and his in-depth knowledge of doctrines. That's interesting, because by his simple and media-friendly approach, he might seem a very straightforward person from a cultural point of view as well, but that's definitely not the case.
Also on the Roman Jewish community, Pope Francis made a good impression.
I think this is a pope who is very open to the idea of dialogue, especially with other religions.
The new pontiff, although not that new anymore, has since the beginning of his term expressed openness towards the Jewish world. We know that when he was still in Argentina, his contacts with the Jewish community were very intense.
Pope John Paul II's visit to the synagogue marked in 1986 the beginning of a change in the relationship between the Catholic Church and the Jewish community. Benedict XVI consolidated that new approach with his visit in 2010. Pope Francis's intention for another papal visit demonstrates that the relationship between the Catholic Church and the Jewish community is constantly improving. Angelo van Schaik, JN1, Rome.